This is Bridge with Stephen, continuing in our series on raising the partner's major suit. Last week we looked at the overview. We looked at this chart over here that tells us how we can raise partners' major suit with 4-card support or with 3-card support in any one of 4 ranges. Now, we talked about a variety of conventions. The Bergen raises were discussed. The forcing no trump was discussed. Jacoby 2 no trump and the simple splinters were discussed. All of them briefly. We're going to now cover the Bergen raises today, and next time we're going to do Jacoby 2 no trump and simple splinters. And in the 4th episode, we're going to get to the forcing no trump. So let's look at what these Bergen raises are. These are 3-level responses. In the original set here of 3 bids, 3-level responses to partners' major suit opening bid showing 4+ card support and less than game forcing strength. Now, partnerships vary over whether these bids can be made by a passed hand or not. Most people say no. If you're a passed hand, you can't make at least the 2 minor suit Bergen bids. You may allow yourself to make the 1 major, 3 major raise. We'll talk about that in a little bit more detail. Also, there's differences as to what kind of interference is permitted. The simplest and most basic way to do this is to say none. If the opponents overcall or make a takeout double, then Bergen is off for most partnerships. But you can change that if you want. In fact, the Bergen raises are named after Marty Bergen. He has developed a second set of bids that he calls BROMAD, B-R-O-M-A-D, for dealing with doubles, when there's a double in between your partner's bid and your bid. And I believe that stands for Bergen raises over major after double. BROMAD is an acronym. You can find that on the internet or in your notes. Now, there's an 8-bid version of Bergen raises that includes hands that have game forcing strength. But we're going to use the smaller set, which is just 3 bids, and they're all for less than game forcing strength. There are these 3 bids over here. When I have 0 to 7 points and I want to make a preemptive bid, the bidding goes 1 major, 3 major. You might be my partner and open 1 spade, and I bid 3 spades. With 8 to 9 points, we have the constructive Bergen raise, and with 10 to 12, the limit. So let's take that over here. The weak raise, 0 to 7, is in this form: 1 major, 3 major. Now, I'm showing you what's called inverted Bergen, or reverse Bergen, where the constructive or mixed raise, another name for this 8 to 9 point range raise is called constructive, is given by 1 of the major followed by 3 diamonds. And the limit raise, which is 10 to 12 points roughly, is given by 1 major, 3 clubs. In the original version of Bergen, these 2 were reversed. The 3 club bid was used to show the constructive raise, and the 3 diamond bid was showed to use the limit raise. I mentioned it in the last presentation, and I'll mention it again, and probably several more times in the future. This is consistent with the concept of giving better hands lower bids, so that when we have either 3 diamonds or 3 clubs to assign a meaning to, and we want to make one of them make 9 points, we want to make one of them 10 to 12 points, we give the lower bid a higher range. The other 5 Bergen raises that we're not talking about, one of them is a bid that you're probably familiar with, which is like 1 heart, 4 hearts. We'll talk about that in a moment when we get to the notes over here. The others would be like 1 major, 3 of the other major, and that's a way of showing a splinter. We won't be talking about that bid either. Then there are also the bids like 1 major, 4 clubs, and 4 diamonds. We're going to use those bids as splinters, not as Bergen raises. So we're not going to talk about any of those other bids anymore. But once again, you can find them on the internet. There's also 1 major, 3 no trump, which shows game forcing strength. But these 3 that we are going to be talking about, or have talked about, they all promise 4+ card support and less than game forcing strength. When we have game forcing strength, we're going to use either the Jacoby 2 no trump or the simple splinter. That will be the topic of the next discussion in more detail. But I put them in here now so that you can see this whole suite of bids for 4-card support. The 0 to 7 preemptive range, the 8 to 9 constructive or mixed range, the 10 to 12 limit raise, and the 13 plus game force with the Jacoby 2-no trump and the simple splinters falling in this box, depending upon whether the hand is balanced or unbalanced. Another point I want to make is that not everybody plays this bid all the way down to 0. You'll frequently see people playing 3 to 7 or 4 to 7. That's up to you to decide how you, how you want to use that bid. But it's consistent with the so-called law of total trips, which says that you can bid up to the level of the number of trump you and your partner possess. And if a partner has bid a 5-card major and you have 4-card support for it, according to the law of total trips, you can bid up to the 3 level, which is bidding 9 trips. So even with 0 points. Okay, these are the game forcing strength bids with 13 plus and a balanced or semi-balanced hand. The bidding goes 1 major, 2-no trump. And if we have an unbalanced hand, which means a singleton or void, then we make a double jump shift into a side suit to show partner this same 4-card support with game forcing strength, but this time with shortness. So after 1 heart, we might bid 3 spades, 4 clubs, or 4 diamonds to show shortness in spades, clubs, or diamonds. And after 1 spade, we might bid 4 clubs, 4 diamonds, or 4 hearts to show shortness in any of those suits. Okay, here's some examples. We'll show this is the weak bid, this is the mixed or constructive bid, and this is the limit raise, and then these would be a couple of examples of one that would be bid with Jacoby and one that would be bid with Splinter. So we can look at all the ways to raise with 4-card support. Partners open to heart. Your right-hand opponent is passed. Now, with 5 high-card points and 4-card support, the bidding can go 1 heart, 3 hearts. With a little bit better hand here, now we have 7, 8 high-card points. We're in the mixed or constructive range. The bidding can go 1 heart, 3 diamonds if we play the inverted version or reverse version of Bergen, where that diamond call is assigned to 8 to 9 point range. When we get up to the limit raise range, 3, 4, 8, 11. Give yourself a point for the shortness in clubs, or the doubleton. The bidding goes 1 heart, 3 clubs now. And of course, that would also be true if partner had opened a spade and spades was our 4-card suit. We would then be bidding 1 spade, 3 spades, 1 spade, 3 diamonds, 1 spade, 3 clubs, etc. Okay. As I said before, the original form of Bergen raises has the 3-club bid showing the constructive raise, 8 to 9 points, also called the mixed raise. And the 3-diamond bid is the limit raise, 10 to 12. But as shown here, which is the other way around, I just wanted to emphasize that we call that inverted or reverse Bergen. And here's the point we talked about just a little bit earlier. When we have a hand with 5-card support for partner's major and about 10 points, we often just jump right to 4 in the major. 1 heart, 4 hearts. 1 spade, 4 spades. And this is one of the Bergen bids too, but it's not usually called that. The preemptive weak Bergen raise is often used in extra circumstances. Even if you agree that only an unpassed hand can make a Bergen raise, and only in the absence of interference, that generally applies only to the 3-club and the 3 diamond raises, and if you use the full set of Bergen raises, all the rest of those as well. But this preemptive raise, the one we make with as little as no points, is found in a lot of different places other than the partner having opened in a major and right-hand opponent passing and you being an unpassed hand. For example, you might choose to make this bid as a pass hand. If you play Bergen raises, this is weak. You've already passed over here. A partner in 3rd seed opens a spade. There's probably no reason to make this bid, or not much reason to make this bid, but if you did make a 3-spade bid right here, that should be understood as weak and preemptive and showing 4-card support for partner spades. Now, if partner overcalls, these Bergen raises that we've been talking about so far don't involve either you or partner overcalling. One of you is open and the other is raising. But suppose partner overcalls a heart here. The opponent's a bid a club, and that's what these parentheses mean, is this is the opponent's bid, 1 club. You overcalled, or partner's overcalled a heart. Your right-hand opponent's overcalled 2 clubs. A jump to 3 hearts now here is weak and preemptive again, and showing 4-card support, according to the law of total trips. Now, here's another instance where you might use this bid, where opponent overcalls. Your partner opens a spade, your right-hand opponent bids 2 diamonds, and you bid 3 spades. Three clubs would not be a Bergen race here, of course, because we don't use the club, and we wouldn't use the three diamond Bergen race here either, because there's been interference. But we might use our weak preemptive bid, despite interference, and we might do it over a takeout double. Those are all options you can consider. Now, that's pretty much the Bergen bids. Now let's look how we can merge them with some other ways of bidding major suits. We're going to talk about use of the Bergen bids with Jacobi 2-no trump a little bit more next week, as we did today. We're going to talk about its use with the forcing no trump in the final of the 4 weeks. I'm going to mention to you the jury convention now. This is how you show partner a limit raise in support of his or her major suit when you're a passed hand. And partner is opened, let's say, 1 heart or 1 spade in the 3rd or 4th seat. Those hands can be light. It's very common for people to open 8 losing trick count hands in the 3rd seat with maybe about 11 points and only 2 quick tricks. If partner has done that, and you have a limit raise in support of partner, you can make a 2-club call to ask partner whether he or she opened with a full opener or opened light. And some people open pretty light in 4th seat as well. If you use the rule of 15 to make that decision, you might open a hand with only 10 points and 5 spades, for example. So when you have passed with what ends up being a limit raise in support of partner's major suit, you can now bid 2 clubs to let partner know that you have that hand. And partner will go back to the major if he or she opened light, but make some other bid with full strength. Okay, use with responder's Q bid. When partner opens one of a major and your right-hand opponent makes a simple suit overcall, a Q bid of that suit shows a limit raise or better, that is 10 plus points, with 3 card or better support. So partner opens a spade, right-hand opponent makes a 2 diamond overcall. If you want to show partner at least 3 spades and at least 10 points, bid 3 diamonds. That bid says it all. And when you have 4 card support, and partners and right-hand opponent has made a takeout double, there's a convention called Jordan 2-no trump. So when the bidding goes 1 major from partner, double on your right, a 2-no trump call right here is used to show a limit raise with 4 card support. So these are all a bunch of other things that aren't Bergen raises, but fit in real well with Bergen raises. And when you bring all of this to the table, you have a package of bids that's very expressive. It shows fine granularity, a lot of very narrow ranges. It shows a difference between 3 card and 4 card support, and a variety of ways to deal with interference if it arises. Okay, now just to wrap things up, let's do a little quiz. In every case here, partner has opened 1 spade in the 1st seat, meaning you're an unpassed hand. And right-hand opponent passes. So we have an uncontested option. All right, partner's open to spade. What do we bid with this hand? Well, we've got about 6 high card points and 4 card support. We have 4 card support in every case. So we're going to choose the preemptive call. After 1 spade, pass, 3 spades. With this hand, we've got 6 8 high card points. Now we're in the constructive or mixed range. So the bid after 1 spade would be 3 diamonds if we use the reverse Bergen, or inverted Bergen. 3 clubs if we use the original form. Here we're up to limit range strength. We've got 8, 10 high card points, a useful doubleton. So we're going to call that 11. And the bidding would go 1 spade, 3 clubs, if we're playing the reverse form. And I'm just going to assume we're playing reverse Bergen with all of these, because that's the form I prefer. Here we have 8 high card points. And so once again, we're in this range, so it's going to be 1 spade, 3 diamonds. Here we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're back in the limit raise area, so the bid would be 3 clubs, 1 spade, 3 clubs. This one's kind of a trick. 3, 4, 8, 11, 12. 12 12 high card points and 3 for the useful singleton. This is game forcing strength now. We're not going to use our Bergen then. We're going to make a simple splinter. After 1 spade, we're going to show our club shortness with a call of 4 clubs. Here what I've done is I've taken, I've just changed the hand a little bit so that it's also game forcing strength. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's a little light. Oh, no, excuse me. This is not game forcing strength. This is a hand with about 10 high card points and 5 card support. So this is the kind of hand we're going to go 1 spade, 4 spades. Okay, that's all.